In the latest polling, let's look at this, showed Governor Pritzker ahead by a hefty margin, and we just looked at the results. Of course, the polls just closed here 7 minutes ago, so we have 0 to 0%. We don't have any results in the gubernatorial race just yet, but we have live coverage as the governor watches results tonight.
Yes, and as you can see, that check mark shows that the Associated Press has declared J.B. Pritzker reelected, gets a second term. His lease on the executive mansion in your hometown of Springfield renewed, and he'll be sworn in again, is what they're saying, in January.
Which is interesting because it's still 0 to 0, Mike, so I'm not seeing any fluctuation there.
Well, let's see what the reaction is down in the South Loop. We have our reporter Dane Placco there. I'm sure there must be some smiles on the faces. I'm sure, Dane, they're waiting for real numbers, though.
Yeah, Mike, just moments ago, one of the big screens behind me put that AP projection up, and there was a bunch of cheering that broke out in the room, chants of JB. The room is filling up with Pritzker supporters. We are at the Marriott Marquis near McCormick Place. Let me step out of the way and give you a little sense of what the room looks like. I'm going to use the word big a lot here. They have several big TV screens in front of a very big stage, and this is a very big room. At least 200-300 people here now, and room for many more. Very nice setup. They're spending a lot of money, which money has certainly been a big part of the Pritzker story on the campaign trail. A lot of people from the Chicago area, political figures here, as well as a number of folks who worked on Pritzker's campaign. Now, we're told the governor has arrived here at the hotel earlier today. He voted at the Chicago History Museum in Lincoln Park, then did some last-minute campaigning, including a stop at Manny's Delicatessen. That's a good luck tradition for hundreds of Illinois politicians over the years. The governor certainly left nothing to chance for his reelection money-wise, as I said, spending $152 million of his own personal fortune on this campaign. I spoke a few minutes ago with his campaign spokesperson, Natalie Edelstein, who says they'll wait until they have solid direction on how the numbers are looking before making any decisions tonight on when the governor will speak. But she also talked about the governor's last couple days on the campaign trail and why he was campaigning even as the polls opened today.
Before we were at Manny's, we did 30 events this weekend all across the state, in the Metro East, in Springfield, all across, because every single vote counts. And JB's commitment 4 years ago was to be a governor for all, and that doesn't stop until the polls close. We're going to make sure every single voter knows how to vote, every single voter knows what's at stake, and every single voter understands that this is really one of the most important elections of our lifetime. And JB believes that, and so he's going to be out until the bitter end.
Well, as you mentioned before, AP has already called this race seconds after the polls closed in Illinois in favor of J.B. Pritzker. But, of course, the ballots haven't even been counted yet. That's starting now. And it will be interesting if, in fact, Pritzker does win to see whether he's able to beat the spread that he had in his first election win, I should say, over Republican Bruce Warner. He won that race by 16%. A lot of people we're talking to here tonight think it's going to be closer than that, although they don't think it's going to be a particularly close race. One other observation, the security here. I've been covering campaigns in Illinois for close to 40 years. I have never seen security at a political event like we have at the Marriott Marquis tonight. They have penned us into a specific area at the back of the ballroom here, the media. But the people coming here tonight they're doing bag checks. They're being wanded. There's magnetometers. It's interesting. I've never seen that happen before. I don't know whether it's because there's been some sort of threat that we don't know about towards the campaign, or if it's just a sign of the times. Probably the latter. But again, this is some of the tightest security I've ever seen at a state level political race. That's the story here at the Marriott Marquis. Mike, back to you.